Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to teach you how to hit a very standard basic chip shot for a beginner golfer, and I'm going to throw in a little bonus shot in the end of the video, so keep on watching. And welcome, my name is Nicolai. I'm from Golf for Beginners Academy, and today I'm going to teach you how to hit a little nice chip shot as a beginner golfer. So we're gonna start from the fundamentals. Setup wise, when we do a chip shot, and right now we're gonna do a chip shot with a wedge or a club that has some kind of angle on the club face. So this is a sand wedge, it could be a pitching wedge, something similar, but we do want the ball to travel a little bit up in the air before it's running. And when we do this type of shot, first thing, setup wise, we want our feet, let's say one club head width between the heels, and then 1, 2, 3 club head widths between the toes, because the front toe, so for me the left toe, is turned out. Very important actually, because we're going to need that later. Then weight distribution, 55%, 45%. I want the ball to be right under my sternum, so something like that. And then we want the shaft to be leaning a little bit forward. Yep. From this side, make sure you're relaxed in your upper shoulders, and make sure you're not reaching for the ball or squeezed in here. The arms should hang pretty relaxed down from the body. Then when we do the swing, there's a few things we really need to be focused on. And I actually like to talk about where you end up with, in which position you end up in after you hit the ball, because that tells a lot about how the movement was. So a few checkpoints for the finishing position of the chip shot. It's going to be, I'm going to show you here. So that's a little chip shot right there. So a few things to notice. My arms are pretty straight here. Yep. My right foot, so the back foot, it went on the side, and then the heel lifted up a little bit. And it did that because I moved my weight forward and because I rotated my body. And that is also why we needed this left foot to be turned out, because if my foot is turned straight and I need to rotate and move my weight this way, it cannot happen. It actually hurts a little bit right here now. So make sure open up the left foot, and then you can reach a finishing position where your arms are straight, your body is rotated towards the target, and your back heel has just lifted off the ground. That's the basics. In the backswing, you can do a combination of rotation in the body. You can also do a little bit of hinge and movement in the wrist if you like that. You don't have to. We see some players going very quiet in the wrist. We see some players doing a little bit of this, which is both fine. Just make sure that when you do the wrist, you're also allowed to do it a little bit through the ball, but you need to make sure that the body is also rotating, so it doesn't look like this. We don't want that. We still need to make sure that the body has rotated after you hit the ball. Very, very important. So that's the basic chipping motion. How do we control the distance? We control the distance of the shot by controlling how far back and how far forward we swing the club. We want that to be pretty much the same on each side. So if I go, let's say, shaft parallel backswing, I also want to be shaft parallel this way. Yep. Think about it as, like a watch that's ticking. That's how I like to think about this. So if I swing the club a certain distance back, I have given this club some potential energy. Now I just need to let the club drop down, boom, and then it's going to end pretty much the same distance over here. So you don't need to add any power, or you don't need to de-accelerate the club coming down towards the ball. You just need to let the club head kind of flow through the ball while your body is rotating. And then in the end, it's going to look something like this. We have 26 meters here, a little bit of an uphill chip. Make sure my setup is correct. I do a little bit of hinging in the backswing, and then I make sure I rotate my body through. There we go. Nice. Arms straight, foot lifted, body turned toward the target. And that what actually turned out pretty nice. That's how we do it. I'm going to throw you in a little bit of a bonus tip here in the end, because as I said, that shot I just hit there, that actually lifted itself a little bit up in the air, which can be nice sometimes. Well, there's also something called a bump and run. A bump and run is a lower shot that basically just flies a few meters and then it runs the rest of the way. And that is actually a pretty nice shot to have, because if you don't hit this shot perfectly, it doesn't go as bad as if you hit the sandwich or something like that. If you don't hit that one perfect, it can go really bad. But this low running bump and run shot, I'm going to use a 7-iron. You can actually do it in the same way as I just told you. It's just going to be a way smaller swing. Yep. And with that smaller swing, the ball is just going to roll most of the way. It's going to look like that. See, it's rolling before, and then it's just rolling up on the green. It doesn't look as cool with all the height and all that stuff, but this is actually super functional because the risks are way smaller on this shot. So my suggestion would be that you work on all the technique and all that stuff with your sandwich, but also spend some time working on the distance control with a 7-iron that just bumps and run all the way, because it is a really nice safe shot to have as a beginner golfer. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a little thumbs up if you liked it, and maybe subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out any other tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.